coming your way, and you're like, there's nobody here.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit of a shock. It's almost harder to make those sometimes because you're expecting, some defense or maybe some contact. But I think it's just, taking your time and understanding, like, wide open layup, you got to hit that. So, yeah.
24 assists. You shot for a high percentage. How did everybody on the team help each other have success today?
Yeah, I think we were just really playing with each other and off of each other super well. We had a lot of great reads. Our guards are doing a great job of finding us bigs in the zone especially. I think we just had a real connection tonight, and it was just great all around.
When the ball isn't falling as much for you on your field goals, your three-pointers, but you're getting to the line quite a bit and hitting those free throws. I mean, were you getting a little frustrated sometimes when you just see the ball not going through the hoop on some of those jumpers?
Yeah, I mean, I think my shot was a little off tonight, but it was just trying to find other ways to impact the game, whether that's on defense, creating for my teammates, rebounds, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's not always going to be perfect, and I think just being able to, impact the game in a different way is just how I'll help the team.
What impact has this group of seniors had on you?
Yeah, I mean, a tremendous impact. It's hard to put into words. Just every day, they show up every day. They work hard. They pour into their teammates, and they do all the little things. Those three, they're great, and we got to finish this season really great for them. And yeah, they mean a lot to this program and me too.
Anything else for the Huskers? Okay. Coach Williams, be in a moment.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll finish things up here with Nebraska coach Amy Williams. Coach, if you'd like to make an opening statement and then take questions.
Okay, yeah, I think this team was incredibly motivated to want to have their seniors back out there today and to play hard and inspired for and by those three seniors. And I thought that this was a great game to give us some momentum heading into the conference tournament postseason play, and just proud of the team effort up and down our roster.
Really early in the game, she was diving on the floor for a loose ball, and just her impact on offensive defense, what she do for this team today.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's been some really good ones to pick from, but maybe one of her best all-around games as a Husker, in my personal opinion. I just thought that she rebounded it well. She rebounded down the floor. She made hustle plays that allowed us to be able to play with pace and set the tone early with our pace on offense and creating offense. Double-double, but was really, really close to that triple-double status. And I just thought she played with incredible effort on both sides of the ball, and that when she does that, she's really, really special.
With these two wins to end the regular season, you guys have shown the ability to kind of go on runs in tournament settings. How big were these two wins to end the regular season?
Yeah, I think it's really important when you're heading into postseason to try to gain some confidence and some momentum. And, so 2 wins in a row here. I think our team is definitely feeling a lot better than we were during a stretch where we were right there and being very competitive with some of the best teams in the country, but just not getting over the hump. And so to do that here in these last couple of games, and we're really hoping to carry that momentum into postseason play.
Coach, obviously an emotional day for a lot of people here for senior day. Can you talk about Callan's impact she's had in this program the past 4 years?
Yeah, I get a little emotional to talk about Callan, so I'm going to try to kind of hold it together. But I remember, after Callan's freshman year and us having conversations about what her goals were, moving into her sophomore season and beyond, about the growth that she needed to make as a defender and the growth, she had, more turnovers than assists in her freshman year, like is pretty common. But to watch her just put in the work, she's been our lifter of the year 3 years in a row. She's our student athlete advisory committee president. She represents the Big Ten in that capacity. She is very heavily involved in our school of business. Like, I could have never dreamed the way that she would just blossom and grow and completely take a hold of every opportunity that was presented to her at Nebraska, not just in our program and on this team, but as a student, as a leader. She's just taken advantage of every opportunity. She's really actively involved in our community. And this year, as a senior, is probably going to set our single season record in charges drawn. The way she's just, really bought into defensive stopper and making hustle plays, and has completely flipped, is one of the top in our league in assist to turnover ratio. Like, the work that's gone in and the growth that she's made, I've enjoyed having a front row seat for that.
10th senior night, does it get any easier as the years go on, or does it get harder watching these players leave?
I feel like every single year it's just miserable for me. I try as hard as I can to keep it together and not have running mascara, and but it is just so emotional when you watch the way these kids have poured themselves into this program and done everything we've asked them to do. You wish you could coach them forever, and it's really, really hard to see that come to an end and know that their time of, playing in front of Husker Nation and in Pinnacle Bank Arena is over. It's just a tough pill, but proud of them, really proud of them.
Do you want the players to feel like they're playing for a spot in the NCAA tournament right now?
Yeah, I think that's what our mentality needs to be, is that we still have something to play for, and we are fighting hard to be in that NCAA tournament.
It's probably easy to think about the areas you could have been better this season, but what have you done well that can help you win in the Big Ten tournament?
Well, I think, when it boils down to it, most of those really close games that we just didn't get over the hump, came down to an offensive rebound given up here or there. Just rebounding has kind of been a little bit of a thorn in the side. And then, a day like today, it was our goal to keep them under 6 offensive rebounds. We held them to 4 and, out-rebounded them by 11. And that gives us a chance. If we will guard and rebound, it gives us a chance. And I think that's kind of got to be our mentality heading into postseason play.
Just talking about the tournament, if you were to make a case to the committee on why this Nebraska team should be in the tournament, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I think that, there are several metrics that are utilized to determine, one's status for being into and seeding in the tournament. And I think that one of the major ones is the net rankings. And you can't argue with the fact that, that is a ranking metric that takes into account not just wins, losses, all the such, but where you played the games, offensive efficiency, defensive efficiency. And I think that there's really no way to skew that ranking. And so I think it shows a lot about what this team has been up against, playing the best teams in the country, and a lot of them on the road, and being right there in 1-possession and 2-possession ball games. I think this team has proven to be competitive against teams that are going to be, hosting games in the NCAA tournament. And I think that's what they're looking for down the stretch, is really competitive games. And yes, people could say that, the last 10 ball games is something that they look at. But, when you look at things and how the schedule falls, that can really skew about last 10 games and record versus in the last 10 based on if you're playing, all the ranked opponents on the road in your last 10 ball games. So, I feel like those are some things that should be taken into account with the way our schedule had fallen this season, and the fact that we were still able to go to Michigan State and go to Michigan and be in one possession, two possession ball games, be tied on the road at Iowa with 5 minutes to go in the ball game, and those kinds of things I think speak for themselves.
You think Eliza will be able to play again?
We really hope so. We're taking that day by day, and she's working hard. I mean, she is best friends with the trainers right now, and spending 3-4 times a day coming in and doing everything that's in her power to try to get back and be out there on the team on the floor with her teammates.
Haley Weaver got hit in the face, didn't come back in the game. Is there an update on her?
Yeah, not yet. And I think that they're going to wait till tomorrow to kind of evaluate and see where she's at.
Anything else for the Huskers? Okay.
Thanks.